everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I'm Natalie, and for those of you that are coming back, it is lovely to have you here. And for those of you that are new, welcome. This channel, As the Pennies Drop, is all about creating a life you love, deserve, and desire. So if you have not already clicked that subscribe button, then please do so. And know that your support on my channel really genuinely means the absolute world to me. It truly does. Also, I want you to know that I do offer a variety of coaching solutions, whether that's time with me, self-study workshops, and programs where we deep dive into releasing those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that and traumas that are keeping you stuck. I also have a free Facebook group. If you have any manifestation questions, you can go there. And I have a new YouTube Badass Manifester community, which is a members only channel. If you are looking to be a part of a beautiful, all-inclusive community and to get extra material from me, support and guidance, and you get to vote for the video of the week too, and so much more. All of the links to everything that I've just mentioned can be found below this video. So let's get to the video. Whenever I need guidance, I go within. That is my go-to for when I need answers. You see, now, because of my dedication to my daily self-love practice, I have created this space within my mind to enable myself to hear what it is that I need to hear from my subconscious mind. And I trust it. And it works for me. And I do this whenever I need an answer about something that is important or not even necessarily important to me. I know it is there calling me when it knows I need to hear something. This could be based on a feeling that's stirring within, or it could just be like it's coming out of nowhere. Now, it wasn't that many years ago, however, that I never used to hear this voice because I was being more controlled by my old negative programmed mindset, which at the time I didn't even know existed. And I thought that those thoughts were my truth, that they were the true me, the truth of me. But it wasn't my truth. It wasn't the true me. All those negative thoughts that I had about myself, about others and things were from a programming that at the time I had no knowledge of. And so then it was out of my control. Simply because I just didn't know. I was living a programmed life. My programmed mind had created a meaning to things that I experienced then, which then led me to have beliefs about people, things, myself, the world, which formed a negative mindset about myself, others, and the world. Now, I didn't understand at the time that what I was thinking was being mirrored back to me from my outer world, from my outer reality. Now I know this, and I know that my beliefs, that everything is created from thought, which creates an inner vibration. So this negative mindset then led me to have particular beliefs about myself, others, as I said, and the world. And I had a low vibration. Now, these beliefs became my dominant go-to, whether that was consciously or unconsciously, which was how my outer reality molded, shaped, and was then created. I was, without knowing it, projecting from my inner world thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and feelings into my outer world that led to this being how I live my life, which was mostly in fear and I was very full of anxiety and having not very nice experiences continually happening to me. Now, I know now it was for me and from me. And you see, the pattern started as a child and it just got bigger and more painful to the extent I would just want to hide away from the world. Now, I feel the need to share this because when, and in my experience, there is so much noise and chatter going on within, it is very hard to hear that voice pulling at you. Even if you did hear it, it would probably be ignored because you would have had such a cemented belief about yourself, about others and the world, that it would be difficult to even trust that other voice. And like I said, even if you heard it. Now, I know all of those years of my life before I started my spiritual journey, it wasn't something that I heard, or as I said, if I did even hear it, I would never have been prepared to acknowledge it. When you are following a self-love practice and dedicated to that and learning to take back your power, that noise in your mind quietens down a lot, a hell of a lot. And it gives you then the ability now to hear what was whispering at you the entire time, what was calling you, come this way. You can call it the voice for your highest good. You can call it the subconscious or your inner nature, that inner guide. I honestly don't think it really matters. It just matters that you are in a place to now hear it, because it is the voice of reason. It is your compass, and it will, whether you like it or not, be truthful to you. You could even see it as, and I like to see it this way, as your trusted best friend. You see, when you have that headspace, and the only way I know how to get that space in the mind is with a diligent self-love practice, you will be able to hear that voice. You will be able to listen to it and start to trust it. You will start to take note of it, be more aware of it. And you in time will start to see that inner voice as your trusted best friend, your go-to for anything that you need answers to. It is the voice that will give you the answers that you need to live your best life, whether, as I said, you like the answer it gives you or the instruction it gives you or not. It will give you the truth. That voice will either be crystal clear and loud, or sometimes it is just a whisper calling you to come this way. If you can see it, as I have described, as your trusted best friend, you will learn through practice that it will always be honest with you. You will always be able to trust your inner voice. You will be able to go to it to get answers that you need. And you will hear a response in a matter-of-fact way. There is no messing around. It gets straight to the point. Even if you haven't asked a question to it, it will, when necessary, drop in something that you need to know or that you need to do, like a whisper, which will then get louder if you choose to ignore it, which, as I said, as you have now cleared the space within your mind by doing a diligent self-love practice, it will be so much easier to hear and to recognize. But as with everything, it's a choice. It's a choice what to do. It's a choice whether you choose to listen to it or not. All I know and what I want to share with you all is that I have made the best decisions, even if at the time it wasn't what I wanted to do, when I followed that instruction. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you a few examples later, but everything has always worked out for me better than I can imagine when I've listened to that voice and I've acted on that. So the trusted best friend, that inner voice, is the one that tells you what is right and what isn't right for you. I see it as the one that wants me to win and always has my back. And it will give it to you straight. As I said, there is no messing around. It will tell you who is truly meant to be in your life or not. It will tell you when to action and when not to action. When you have peace within your mind, you will hear it calling at you, come this way. And it will become your go-to for your answers. Now, my old program mindset no longer gets in the way of what I need to hear now. But I need to share this because I see this a lot with clients, a hell of a lot with clients when they are just embarking on taking their power back with a self-love practice to their truth. That their negative mindset, their ego is very, very strong and very, very powerful. And it is the one that is in control. And it will want to keep doing its job as it always has. And so in basic terms, I want you to think of this, That is just keeping you safe. But in actual fact, it is keeping you stuck from the life that you deserve. Now, the way that you can differentiate those voices from the trusted best friend voice, the one that wants you to win, to the ego showing up is this. Your ego will tell you a long drawn out story. It's like a lot of waffle, I call it. It will say maybe this, or if, or it could be, or I guess. It will give you contradicting advice. It will also say not very nice things about you and or others, and it will not be kind, and it will not make you feel good. And you will know in time that it isn't actually helping you. If the answer that you are not getting is not a matter of fact answer, in my opinion, or making you feel good or creating a not nice feeling within, then it is the easiest way that you can differentiate the voice for your highest good and the voice of your ego. It will tell you things that aren't for your highest good. So I wanted to share this so you are aware. Now, what I know is that each time that you connect with your subconscious mind, you are reinforcing the belief that you will move towards what is good for you and away from what isn't. You will then be making decisions to move towards positive people, places, and situations, and away from negative ones. It will help you make better decisions if you choose to listen to it. So let me give you some examples of my experience, and then I will guide you in how you can practice tapping into your subconscious mind, also known as, and I like to call it this way, your trusted best friend. So the first example, one day I was in Ibiza and I woke up to a message from a prospective client telling me that there was a link to a payment on my website that wasn't correct. And I had a look and I knew instantly that I would have to amend that link. I also knew that I had hidden in the background all of my Radiate Confidence packages hiding there. And if I clicked that publish button on my website, everything would come to the forefront. And what I wanted to do was hold that back so I could do all the marketing for it when I got home. But I knew I needed to change that link. So I laid back in my bed, I closed my eyes, and this is what I heard. 3 words that I had whispered to me. It's time, Natalie. And I cringed because I knew that was going to be a good 12-hour day for me. And I would not be able to then do my strategy planning day with my mentor that had flown out to spend time with me. Now, I knew I had to do it. And so I did. And I knew that it meant it was time to launch the workshop, that I had put so much work and effort into it. Now, I just wanted to make it perfect, you see. But you know what? It did get launched that day. I did get the marketing out, and it is doing incredibly well. And I'm so super proud of that. And I'm getting lots and lots of reviews if you see my community posts or if you're part of my free Facebook group. And not only that, it has freed up so much time for me at home to do other things and breathe again, which is something I haven't had a lot of time to do lately, you see. So everything is always working out. Also, there's another example that I want to share with you, and I will be sharing a relationship one in a moment. But again, I was back in Ibiza, and this was in May 2023, building my Radiate Confidence workshop. And before I'd left for Ibiza, say about April time, I started to get that voice calling me to create a members only channel, which obviously now I have created, and it is called the Badass Manifestor Community, which, as I said at the beginning of this video, you get lots and loads of extras on there. So if you haven't already looked at that, then again, you can click the join button and have a look to see what that includes. But you see, then I was not ready to do anything about it, and why I had a little bit of fear. And it wasn't about whether the Badass Manifestor Community would be successful. It was about the technology. What if I built it incorrectly? What if I couldn't do it? So anyway, I made a mental note of this and I put it to the side. But that voice was getting stronger and stronger. And as I said, one day in May, when I was in Ibiza working on the Radiate Confidence workshop, I woke up and it was like the channel had come alive and was knocking on my head going, no, Natalie, today's the day. It is now. So again, I listened to that voice and I learned. And you know what? YouTube made it so super easy to do. And I was so happy that I could do it. And then it launched about a week later after I got back in May. Again, everything's working out for me. The final example was someone was pursuing me and then it completely stopped. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, I knew that this was nothing about me. This was not about me not being chosen. There was just no way. I knew there was something else going on and I wasn't particularly happy. Now, it wasn't about the person, but the situation that had been created, because I was literally like, this better not be a test from the universe. So I went in, which I'm going to show you how to do. And I was like, literally, seriously, I was not in the happiest place. But anyway, I went in and wow, I got a very loud and strong voice back, which said this: you're worth more. You deserve more. There is something better for you. Honestly, guys, it was so loud. And I was like, right, okay, I get it. I'm worth more and there's something better for me, but no more tests. I have proven my worth to you and I'm not going that way. I am going that way where I get the best. And so it is done. And that was my response. Now, the next day I woke up, I did my self-love practice, which I do daily. And I felt so much better. And I could actually see really clearly why this had to happen and why I needed to be pulled out of the situation. And again, I went back in and I thanked them for supporting me. And I truly felt like I was being hugged by the universe, by the world. And, I am, and we are always supported and guided and protected and loved if you choose to allow yourself to see it. So comment below if you already tap into your subconscious mind and how it has helped you. Share your story to inspire others. So as I said, the noise in my head had to go. It had to clear for me to be able to hear clearly for my highest good, that inner voice calling me, come this way. So let's wrap up this video with a guide to how to tap into the subconscious mind. And please remember that this is based on my experiences and what works for me. So give it a go and tailor it to meet your needs. No matter what you need an answer to, or what you need to do to manifest, or just getting into that practice of hearing it calling you to come this way, tap into that subconscious mind, because it truly is the most incredibly powerful way to get your answers. So the first thing here is you're going to want to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths and go within. Then you're going to want to ask your ego to step aside. Now, if you have a very powerful ego and you haven't done a lot of a self-love practice, then it may come back. So keep persisting it to step aside for the time for you to do what you need to do, and thank it for following your command. Then take another deep breath in and out. Call in your subconscious mind. Now you can say, subconscious mind, are you there? And you will hear a response. It's very basic, really. We do not need to overcomplicate this. Then what you're going to want to do, depending on what you want guidance with, will then depend on the next step. So maybe you want to manifest something and you need help with it. So what you'll want to do is to bring that thing, that goal to your mind that you want to manifest. Then ask your subconscious, what is needed to manifest this goal? And the answer will appear. And then it is your choice to implement that answer. Maybe you have a question about something. Ask the question and listen to the answer. Remember about how it makes you feel too, as sometimes that ego likes to pop in quietly. So we want to make sure we are only getting the answer from the subconscious mind. The answer will appear and you may have more questions. So again, if you have another question because you need more understanding, ask another question. Then, as I said, it's your choice to apply it, to action on it. Remember, sometimes it will whisper at you without you even having to call it in. So look out for that and maybe jot down what it is saying to you or what it needs you to do or be or whatever. So there you go. There you go, guys. No one and nothing else matters than your trusted best friend, your inner voice. If you have a lot of chatter and you are having a lot of negative thoughts, it really is time for you to dive deep into a self-love healing practice. And I offer so many services to do this. So just check the links below, guys. Claim this video, practice this and see how you get on, and share your comments below. And that is it from me. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back very, very soon.